Guess what day it is? Oh, yes, folks, it is finally here. Today we start Dewalt Day. Told him to warn me. That's right, folks. Today is the Tool Talking Extravaganza. I've been saving up for it, been saving the tools for this awesome show, and all that's left is to find LaRue and kick this off right. LaRue, where is he? There you are. All right, little buddy. Let's do it.
When the workshop is a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Tool talking at Wowwy'z Workshop. By two brothers, one vision.
Here we go, folks. Here we go. We are all set up. I've even got I'm wearing my special Darth Vader pendant for this extravaganza of a show. Baby Vader gave me that one Christmas.
I am not a baby.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know he was in here. I know.
I forgive you.
Okay, and if I put you over here in the overhead, looking down, you'll have a great view of it. We can start with this little battery. I was thinking with the angle grinder. Maybe we'll start with the angle grinder because I got this model already, so I know a little bit about it, so we can kind of speed through that one. And then we'll just keep going. I'll do the time codes on this video so that if anybody wants to just skip to a specific tool, they can do that. We are on deck to go. We got have you on your lemon, keep your honey runny. Oh my! LaRue is on deck, standing by. So there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Choo! Dewalt Day! And here we go, folks. Broadcasting to you from the creation station, from nation to nation. It is Wowwy'z Workshop, and this is Dewalt Day. So, we're going to start with this battery. What do I know about the batteries? This battery, 20 volt, lithium-ion battery. Now, the thing about these things is that they got these amps per hour, the number 5 there. The amps per hour is the rating that indicates the battery's capacity or how much energy it stores. So a higher amps per hour rating means longer runtime and how much power you're going to have for that amount of time in your tool. And the higher that you get, it can add in weight. Like I have an 8 amps per hour. And that one is, you can see it's going to be a lot bigger than this one. You can take my word for it. I'll show you after. Okay? So that's what the amps per hour means. These always come in XR. And the XR means extreme runtime. Means that they last even longer. But mine isn't an XR. This is just your regular 5 amps per hour, 20 volt. Dewalt battery. So yeah, you can see the size differences in those two, eh? My brother got me that one last Christmas. So they're awesome to have extra ones, and they will last. Like they'll last if you use them a lot, 3 years or 300 to 500 charging cycles. So a person like me, I'm not some big time contractor or anything, so I'm not going to be using. They're not going to run out as fast for me personally. Get rid of that. So yeah, the only thing about these is, like for taking care of them and whatnot, don't run them out. Don't run them out till they're totally dead, right? You see here, we got 3 bars there. That baby is full and ready to go. This one here, we have to charge it. It's got 1 bar though. They brought it with 1 bar. Okay, so that's good. That's smart because you don't want to run them out. So I'm going to throw that on the charger right now. And that's basically it for the battery. Yeah, I know it's not too exciting, but yeah, let's get on to the next tool. Woo! And here we go. we're starting with it. Is that better with do you like that, or should I do that? Maybe that's better. We're starting with the old DeWalt DCG412B. Now, the key notes about this one here is it's a high power motor, 8,000 RPM. It has a quick change wheel release, which makes it so that you can have a tool-free wheel removal. So that's kind of cool, right? There's a tool-free guard that's adjustable. It's got ergonomic design with a 2-finger trigger, okay? And I actually like this here, the ergonomic design. Sorry, I had a hard time saying that. And I like this guard right here for the hand. I don't know, it's just, you know, it's just some added. I just find, because I already got this one, okay? So those are the keynotes. Now this is a brushless. I said it's 8,000 RPM. This is a brushed motor. All the newer ones now are brushless. Well, most of them. What should I cut that with? Well, I'm gonna just get in. Oh, jeez, man! What are you doing, Wowwy? I'm just gonna get right into her with the old Mastercraft. Do not hurt yourself, Wowwy. Knife. Oosh. And if anybody's wondering, I am no pro. I am no professional with tools. I am no professional with DeWalt. Okay. And then, oh, I even got a disc of some kind in there. That's cool. So yeah, the majority of these tools, they come tool only, right? You have to get your own batteries and stuff, guys, okay? And it comes with a disc, obviously. Here's the handle. Now, the way they've got this new one is that you can use this Allen key, bing, for the quick change. So that's cool, eh? That's the new, that's new, because, you know, people who know those wrenches to get in there, and sometimes on these angle grinder nuts, they're not the same. I actually have a wrench that's adjustable, which is a very, very smart thing that they did. And I just got that off Amazon, but it's kind of cool. But on this one, you can, which one is it? Yeah, right there. So you just lock it, which is right there. The lock button right here. Okay, maybe that's a good time to have that dinky little light. Boop. You lock her, get her in that one that holds it, and bing. And it's very, very convenient. Okay. Now there is that handle that you can put on either side, and the guard here. The guard is really, really easy to change or to move around. Sorry, there's got a little tiny kind of like a toggly button right there, and you can change that around, and it locks. Click, click, click. See, very, very easy. Then if you want to move it back to where you had it, right there. Very, very easy. So let's just put down the handle there so you can see how that, because me being right-handed, that's kind of how you do it, is you hold the handle with what hand you are, and then you give her, and you kind of control it like that. But some people may not do it that way. Like I said, I am not a pro by any means. I am just a regular guy who loves DeWalt tools. And I'm very, very happy that I'm part of the whole DeWalt 12-volt family now, you know, because I don't usually get many fancy-dancy new stuff. Lots of times I'll get the ones that are like, you know, like Mastercraft here in Canada. We have Canadian Tire. I better leave this out. There's more to open. So, just quickly, well, yeah, there's the lock right there. So you can do that and then hit your lock. Sorry. And then it'll keep it engaged. But yeah, it's awesome. Do you want me? I'll throw a battery in her, and we'll just do a little quick spin so you can see how it sounds. And I'm thinking maybe a part 2 video where we put all of the tools to use. So this is more basically your unbox. You know, I do read the instructions when I get new tools. I did read the instructions when I got this one. And I do encourage people reading the instructions, okay? So we got a battery in there. And you can hear that, and she is ready to go. That not even very, very tight, but nice, eh? And you are ready to rip with that baby. 20 volt max. How? Joe, the DCSG331B. Well, actually, this one, yeah, it is the 412B. Sorry. I just got confused there because it didn't say it on the instruction manual. I was like, oh my God. Review over, start over again. No, we are good to go. Okay, next, wings. Can't forget to show you what comes in that. What's in the box? What's in the box? Sorry, guys. Jeez, wowie. Alrighty, you got your DeWalt. The DW4541 Type 27 grinding wheel, okay? If anybody wants to take a screenshot or whatever you do with that, I don't know what you do, but you do it. It says it's for metal grinding. That's actually good because I need to do something on some metal rod, shorten some metal rod that I got. So that's going to come in right handy. Woo! Okay, sorry about that. That's what was in the box. And okay, it is another day, folks. Another day, another amazing tool to check out. And it's actually Halloween today, but this video ain't gonna come out it'll be after Halloween, but that's okay. Happy Halloween anyways. So before I get into it too far, this is the XR, the 5-inch plug variable speed roll random orbit sander. This is the DCW210B. And I just learned, and it's the XR, did I mention the XR? And I just learned that the B at the end stands for bare tool. And so the XR is extra runtime. And just kind of like the next, they came out with the original 20 volts and then the XRs kind of came out after. They're always, they're always upgrading, always growing and evolving, right? As we want our tool. Ooh, neat tool companies to do. So we got a little dust bag here. Got a little dust bag. Oh, I just got to have a sip of this. It's really cool. It's raining hard today. Poor trick-or-treaters. Heavy on your lemon. Keep your honey runny. Oh, right. And then we got over here, we also have that battery all charged up. Let's see. Yep, 3 bars. Good to go. So that is standing on deck. Now, let me just do a little bit of a talk on what I learned from doing a little research about this tool here. The key features, it's got a cordless convenience, right? So it allows for greater maneuverability and makes it ideal for use on a job site in places where, the cords can be cumbersome. So it's great that way. Okay, it's got a variable speed, and it has a little adjuster that we're gonna learn and figure it out. And it goes from 8,000 to 12,000 OPM. And the OPM is orbits per minute. I just learned about OPMs. It's kind of like an RPM, but it's an OPM. And that's cool. Thank you, Mr. Google. Now, it's got a brushless motor, this one. The angle grinder still had a brushed motor. This is a brushless motor. And that makes it more efficient for a traditional brushed motor. It's providing longer runtime on a single battery charge. And it requires less maintenance over the tool's lifespan than the older ones, okay? It's got the low profile design. Let's just pull it out here while I'm talking. Get rid of that. Wow, the low profile, I see what they mean. And it's got the ergonomics working for us. I'll get that out of there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking. And then this here is a little dust collection bag, and then here's our instructions. Get rid of that box. Ping! Put that there. I've already ripped the instructions. Okay, we don't need that. There's nothing hiding in that. Okay. So it has it's called efficient dust collection. It features a one-handed locking dust bag for on-tool collection, But for a more complete dust collection, you can connect it directly to a DeWalt DWV-010 or a DWV-012 dust collector. So they've made this so it fits specific to their dust collector. So they're being smart there, eh? Got a hook and loop pad, your old traditional 8-hole 5-inch with good quality hook and loop. And now considerations and potential drawbacks for the tool. The dust bag can be messy, okay? And it says a vacuum attachment is recommended for cleaner, heavier duty work. Okay? Duty. Now, the proprietary dust port. Now, this dust port is designed for the DeWalt specific dust collection system, like I just said. An optional DWV-9000 universal quick connector is required to attach it to other vacuum systems. So that's a DWV-9000, and I'm going to look into that and get myself that so I can attach it to a vacuum, because I got my little small shop vac right underneath there, right? And also, I'm going to be using this, like, especially out at my in-laws, Mr. Randy's Enchanted Wood. Hi, Randy and Linda. Love you guys. And so, yeah, that's going to be... I'm not going to really be caring about how much mess I'm making out there, but... also, another drawback is with the bigger batteries, it can weigh more, but that's just kind of like common sense, right? And also, it's the B, so it's just tool only. But that's not really a drawback, you know that when you buy it. So that's the main, key points and potential setbacks. So let's just slam this bad boy into her, put on that little dust thing, and see how she sounds, shall we? Okay, that is on. All right, we want to put this little thing on there. Wow, that just went. It's got a little ball in there, so it looks like it just very. Yeah, it wants to like attach. That's cool, and it's got a spring in there. It's got a spring in there to keep it puffy. Okay, so here's the variable speed. Give me a little light there. So we're set to, we're set to 7 there. Let's go down a little bit. Let's start at 3. I like 3. We'll hit go. Whoa, baby. Now that thing, I got to figure this out because I don't want that coming off like that. Maybe I just didn't have it snapped on good enough. Alrighty. Well, she works. And like I said, you guys, at the end of this extravaganza, we are going to put all the tools to work and make something and use them all together, right? Okay. Well, we got that one covered. Let's move on to the bigger boys. I'm kind of saving them to last. We still have a one-handed, not skills. We got a jigsaw to do yet, and then we got a one-handed sawzall, and then we also have a router. Oh my goodness, you guys! I wasn't joking when I said this was the DeWalt show of all DeWalt shows, right? You saw I almost had a heart attack in the beginning. Okay, let's go on to the next. I'm going to use a force this time. Kidding. It's me again with the same one because I read the instructions. Like I told you, I always go off camera and I read them. And what I learned is this little thing, because it wasn't staying on and I was starting to get freaked out. Because watch. I was like, oh, frick, that ain't gonna work. Whoop, that ain't gonna work. But I read it, and you put it on here until it fits into place, and you turn it clockwise. And it is locked, folks. And then... that makes me feel a lot better. Okay, let's do that force again with the next tool. Yo! Oh, guys, I am so excited for this one. Here we go! The DeWalt Atomic Compact Series 20-volt lithium-ion brushless. This is the DCS369B bare tool we just learned. And this here is a one-handed reciprocating saw, also known as a sawzall. The nice picture here, they stuck a big sticker on it, so I'm just going to leave it like this until we crack her into her. And yeah, let's see what Mr. Google tells me for its key points, okay? It's compact and lightweight. And this, well, I want to say that the Atomic line is a sub-brand of compact brushless tools that DeWalt has done. So like I said, evolving as time goes, they're just getting better and better and better, right? So it's compact and lightweight. It's got a brushless motor. It's got one-handed operation, which makes it easier for tighter spots and above your head and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. It's got low vibration, which is awesome with these kinds of tools. The less vibration, the better. Because I don't know if you guys have ever done it, but man, I got a Milwaukee Orbital, and if I use it too long, because that thing's really powerful, a corded one, it can throw your wrist for a loop, man, for the rest of the day. It feels weird. Okay, back to this. Sorry. It's got a pivoting shoe. The pivoting shoe provides more points of contact with the workpiece than with a fixed shoe, giving the user added control. It's got a variable speed trigger, which is neat. The variable speed trigger allows for better control over the cutting speed. So that's really neat. A tool-free blade release, which is awesome. Because that can also always be kind of a pain when you're having to change your blades, right? And it's got a built-in LED. Okay? Now, compared to they got a bigger compact saw that's the DCS367. And this one's lighter. It provides more, the 367 provides more cutting power and a larger stroke length. And for general, many users still prefer the 367, the bigger boy. But for this one, the cutting speed features a 5/8 inch stroke length up to 2,800 strokes per minute. SPM. Okay, now we got an SPM, strokes per minute, making it efficient for cutting thinner materials. Some reviews note that the saw is slower than other compact reciprocating saws in its class, especially when cutting thicker materials. Okay, well that's good to know. But all in all, it's best for the DeWalt DCS369B is best for tasks that prioritize portability and one-handed operation and work in confined spaces. It excels at cutting thin materials and is popular with plumbers, HVAC technicians, and electricians. If you need a saw for heavy-duty cutting for thicker wood and more powerful model like the DCS367 would be a better choice. But this is going to be just fine for our needs. So having all of that said, and doing the reviews right, because you gotta include all that information. I'm trying to be thorough and best I can be, the best Wowie I can be for you guys, right? Okay, Wowie. Now let's get to it. So it doesn't look like we got too much. Okay, this here is that little clip that you can put on it and clip it to your. It's a clip for clipping on your belt and clipping it places. I am not working on a job site. Oh, they gave me two blades, a wood blade and it looks like a metal cutting blade. Wicked. But I actually, being the good Wowie, I went and bought a package too. Okay, let's get this stuff. Make sure we don't got no hidden prizes in there. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, got the lock. There. Oh, the ergonomic grip. I love this already. I can just tell it. I'm just going to freaking love this bad boy. Okay, I see. So I'm going to have to learn about I bet you that's all that's going to take. It's got this little tiny lever right here. Well, now we need the light. It's got a little tiny lever thing here. Boot. And I would bet my last $1. And there's the LED light in there. And how would you turn on the light? Wowie. How would you think, Wowie? Well, I am going to have to do a little reading on the old instructions to figure out the light. But let's get a battery up in her and see what happens. What do we got here? We got the old, yeah, we got this. Is this the new one? Yeah, this is the new one that we just got. Wow. And that is wicked. Whoa! Yes! All right, now let's put in the blade and see what it do. Okay, now I'm going to put this, let's just put this on. So that ain't gonna go fly on me, right? Okay, so you put it in, pull your lever, push it in, and then the lever locks it. And so the lever is going to be right in the middle there when the blade is in. And let me give it a test. Oh, kitties. Oh, is this ever going to be? And that, you see, they were talking about the pivoting, it's got the pivoting shoe. Okay. That is so awesome, you guys. And then I got a little metal one. This is going to come in. This is going to be, like, you know, cutting when you're making watchers and just doing the tops off of them. If I got a square piece to start with. Oh, you guys, this is going to be, I've been wanting to break this out for so long. It was like torture waiting for DeWalt Day. But here it is. So with that beauty, we're going to try her. We're going to try her at the next show, right? We're going to put them all together and we're going to make something really, really cool with all these tools. All right, guys, now that we got that one passed, we have to go. We are going to do the jigsaw next. We're going to do the jigsaw next and the router last. Alrighty? Okay. Back again. I can't leave you guys uninformed. The work light, because I didn't know how it is. It goes on automatically when you hit. You see that? So it's to light it up temporarily while you're working. So it's not to be used as like a flashlight or anything, the instructions say. And it'll remain on just for a little bit longer after you take your finger off the trigger. And that's how that works. Very, very convenient. Very cool. All right. Sorry about that. Next whip. All right, guys. Moving right along. Oh, am I ever excited. Because this is a new day. Because maybe you can see I'm wearing my special carving coat today, guys. It's a little bit colder out here in the old creation station. Oh, look at what we got. Do you like that? Well, at least we have the light here for when we need it, but I think it's a bit more chill like this. Okay. We have the DCS331B. Remember the B, tool only, bare, it means basically. Bare, no batteries. Now this is a brushed model. It's not the brushless like the newest ones they got coming out. A couple of the things I know about it is got an all metal this thingamarachi toolless blade changing. I'm just kidding. No, this is we're gonna go through it all. This is I've been excited about this one too, and look at, you can tell it's got that ergonomic awesome grip that all of these DeWalt tools seem to have. So, we'll just start getting her into it. Well, where's my little... There it is. Sorry, folks. Gotta get my trusty. So, with this tool here, the key features on her, it's got a variable speed. Now, with this trigger, the way they got it set up, it has a variation of going from 0 to 3,000. I believe it's strokes per minute. It is strokes strokes per minute, like we learned. Okay, guys, we got. I'm no expert by any means on any of this, but it looks like we got possibly a metal and a wood blade come with it. Well, see that's when we need our little light. But that one has more of a wood cutting, and then those are really, really tight together. But it'll say, because we're going to do this right. We do this right. But I'm just happy that, because I don't have any DeWalt jigsaw blades kicking. Okay? So it has the variable speed, like I was rambling there. 0 to 3,000 strokes per minute. It's got a 4-position orbital action. Now this feature provides control over the cut quality and the speed, making it suitable for a wide range of materials and applications. Because it's an orbital. You can make it turn. Wow, guys. Look at that. Well, see, what are you doing, Wow? You gotta check the box for everything. No, looks like we got her all. Sorry about that, folks. Wow, look at all this. Wow. Yeah, guys, I will most definitely have to be pausing and going through this thoroughly. So it says that it also has, I believe, you can move, is that called the shoe? See, I don't know much about these here. So it has a lever action keyless blade clamp, okay? The all metal action clamp allows for a quick and easy T-shank blade changes without the need for additional tools. It has a keyless shoe bevel. The all metal shoe can be beveled up to 45 degrees with Dayton's at 0, 15, 30, and 45 degrees for quick adjustments. So when you can get that baby angled at what you need with quick adjustments. Okay, it's got a little blower on it. I was reading that on the box. It has a dust blower. An adjustable dust blower keeps the cut line clear of chips and debris for better visibility. Now this one don't have an LED light, I noticed. But that's okay. It's got a dust blower. And it's also got an anti-slip grip on there. So I guess you leave that on there. Wowie, right? The advantages of this jigsaw over others is it's got the cordless convenience. It has solid power. It's a really, really strong jigsaw. It's got a good sturdy build. And the ease of use is just a very all-around easy. You see there that'll be the lock, like they've all been. Potential drawbacks of this one, it is a brush motor, and all the new ones are brushless. It doesn't have an LED light. And some people have reported that the little dust blower is a little bit less effective than they'd like. But hey, I'm just sorry for the little, I'm just freaking happy that it has one, you know? I love it. I love it. So I have to, okay, I'm going to do a little pause here. Ding dong, ding dong. Well, I just read through it, all of this, so I can tell you guys before we move on. Oh, God. Because the last one I am freaking out about, man, because I know nothing about routers and I'm scared of them, you know, like it's just because of my skill level. But okay, I'll be right back. Alrighty now, just like that, the power, the magical movies, guys. Wowwy'z is back, and he's a jigsaw wizard now. I'm just kidding, I ain't no wizard, but I do know a heck of a lot more than I did a couple seconds ago when I was talking to you guys. Okay, this little piece here, this little plastic dealie, that's the splinter. That's the splinter guard. Now you can shove this. You take the black shoeless thing off, and you see the shape here. You shove this in there, and it slides in and locks, okay? Now I've already decided I'm not using this thing. Now I may demonstrate it when we do the, you know, the testing show, but I'm not going to use that thing. It's just not for my liking, okay? Now this thing here is so you can change it. This is the toolless blade change lever, okay? And again, all made of steel, stainless steel. Like everything is really, really strong and well built. So that you pull that and it opens this little lever inside there so that you can get the blade in there. Now these are the types of, oh, did I hit that? Dang. Now these are the types of blades. They're called a T. The T shank, would it be? I'm not sure, but okay. So we get this in there and make sure that you're in between those little running wheels there, okay? It closes. And your blade is now in there and locked, okay? Now, this thing here, this is the toolless way that you can move the base of it. Now, it slides up a little click. So you open it up this way, it slides up a click, and then you have these detents of the 45, and then back to your 0, which I'm gonna have it set. You know, I've had jigsaws before where that thing moved on me while I was doing cuts, and I did not like that. So I'm going to be keeping it set at 0 there. Now these here are the different oscillation settings. If it's set to 0 to 1, it's going to be a cleanest cut, but it's slower, okay? And then 2 and 3, you can see here, the little blade, the angle of the blade, it's going to move while it's cutting. And the 3 will cut a lot, the 3 setting will cut a lot faster, sorry, but it's going to be a more splintery, jagged edge than at the 0. Now for me, my kind of creating, I'm going to be slow and sure like the old turtle, right, at the race. This lever here, that's for your little blower. Like that. Okay, well, enough talking. Let's put this battery in it. Oh, battery. Let's test our little battery there. 3 bars. Okay. Get your hands out of the way from the blade there. Wowie. Let's get this light out of there. Let's see. There you go. Woo! Oh, yeah. Sounds awesome. And the ergonomic. Oh, yeah. That is going to be great. Now, let me just see if I can feel that. Oh, yeah. You can feel it. You can feel the little blower. That is sweet. And again, you got your splinter guard there. This is the metal. This is the metal cutting blade. And that's awesome, guys. We got it all figured. So again, that's the blade change. Okay, that's your oscillating settings, basically speed. That's your little blower lever there. And you are ready to do it to it. Okay, we are moving on now to the very, very last tool, you guys. And this one, I must say, it's got Wowie a little scared. So, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's do that. Yeah! And now, we face our fears, and we get really, really serious now. Well, get that out of there. Okay, guys, here we go. Our last tool of the extravaganza. Well, just only this extravaganza. There's more extravaganzas to come in the future, guys. We're just getting going. And it is the one, the only Dewalt DCW600B. Bare tool only. Okay, guys, as I mentioned before, I am no pro at any of this. I'm learning with you guys. I'm learning with you. And, yeah, I gotta say, and I'm a lot less too. So maybe I'll edit that out. But this here is the cordless compact router. It is from all the things that I've learned about it, it is a very, very good tool, okay? It's a brushless motor that maximizes runtime and durability. It has soft starting variable speed motor with an electronic brake. It has dual LEDs and a clear sub base. Okay? And it has an adjustment ring that enables the controlled bit depth changes to within 1/64th of an inch, you guys. Or 0.4 millimeters. That's like really, really precise. Okay? The base dimensions of this piece is 4 inches. The variable speed is 16,000 to 25,500 RPM, okay? And it's only 3.4 pounds without the battery. And this comes with a 1/4 inch collet. And so those are the main specs of the tool, okay, you guys? It is basically, it is a powerful cordless compact router and is known for its convenience and advanced features. Running on a 20-volt max XR battery platform. It uses a brushless motor, where's my knife? That delivers performance comparable to a corded router, along with the electronic brake and variable speed control. Yes, we are just going to dig in here and get this fear, push past this fear, and we are going to learn together how to use one of these frickers. And I'm sorry for frickin', but it's a lot better than what I wanted to say. Okay. Key features of this is the cordless operation, the brushless motor, the variable speed dial, electronic brake. There's our wrench. It's got a soft start, has the dual LED lights, depth adjustment, and an ergonomic design. Now this doesn't come with any, you know, the plunge. I'll talk a little bit more about the plunge system, I guess you'd call it, to come up in the future. We might be getting one, okay? You never know, maybe Santa will bring something to Wowwy. Wow, look at this, guys. This is so cool. So like I said, doesn't come with any bits, doesn't come with any extra bases, nothing, just... And it's an expensive tool. I'm going to tell you guys, this isn't a cheap router, you know? Let's get rid of this. Man, oh man. Okay. Well, I want to get a couple more. Now, pros and cons are the power and precision. It's really, really powerful, big in a battery router. You know, it's got great portability, easy to use. The visibility is nice with the 2 double LED lights. And it has battery compatibility. It works with the entire DeWalt 20-volt battery system, which is convenient for those already invested in the system, which Wowwy is now, you know. Now the cons. It has no integrated dust collection. So there's many things that you can do. Have a dust port or something nearby, or a vacuum. If you're really worried about getting that dust out of your way, there's various ways, but it doesn't come with any of that. It has the fixed base only. It has a larger barrel diameter, like the folks that may have smaller hands may have a bit of a time with that. And it's a higher cost tool. I guess that's a con, but sometimes when you, I'm going to put that away. You can put that away now. When you get a higher cost tool, you get what you're paid for, and in this case, it's quality. Okay, so this is your main lock. You unlock that, hit these 2 little things here, and then you can remove the barrel, okay, for changing out your bits, your burrs. This here is your lock for when you change, for the call it. You lock that when you're doing it. Now, putting this in there, I don't know, like, until I use this and get used to the tool, I'm not going to really understand. Like, I know that you line up this DeWalt here, it's got a marker in there, and you line that up with the 0 here, okay? And that's how you get that all lined up. They said that when you're setting your bit, sorry, this is new for me, right? But they said when you're setting your bit, you put it in there and then you get it so it just touches. It just touches the ground. And then that's when you get it all lined in and dialed out. Now let's just talk about, I got a battery in my pocket. They did say never change that router bit when the battery's in it, okay? Now let's just see if this is even gonna work for us. You know, we don't know. We don't know. Here it is, the nice, easy to get at on and off here. So, oh baby, not very loud, and that's set at 1. So let's see. Wow, stops on a dime. And let me just make mention too that when you're going through the speed variation there, you can feel the little in between spots, which is cool. Okay. Now, let's see. Yeah, I was 3 bars. Sorry. In the directions here, they have a speed selection chart where they go through all the different settings, the approximate RPMs, and then the application, right? So large diameter bits and cutters for the first 1 through 3, and then small diameter bits and cutters for softwoods, plastics, and laminates for 5, 6, and 7. So that's really, really cool. And like I've told you guys, I'm bumbling through this with you guys. This is an unboxing and a first look, right? But I'm gonna go through all of this, which you should do for every tool, okay? Now, I have learned from watching a couple different videos, they say to always remove the battery if you're going to do any changing of the bits. Now, I don't have a burr, sadly. That's the one thing I didn't have. But let's see here. Do that to get it out. You take it out. Okay. Now, to change it, they said don't ever tighten this collet. If it doesn't have a burr in it, you can ruin the collet by doing that and getting it all tight, okay? It overdoes it. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. That's the lock button for when you're changing it. And it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, okay? So clockwise, in other words, to tighten it. And that's how you do that. Okay, so let's get that back in there. Get that locked in there and this locked back on. Alrighty, guys. Well, other than that, those are the main features. Now, what I got to do is learn how to use this precision, you know, and just use the tool and just getting used to it. And like I said, folks, that's good. That's all going to happen in DeWalt Day. Jeez, got me again. Okay, yes, DeWalt Day Part 2, and that will be the review, where we're gonna go through them all, try them all out. So, thank you guys for watching all of this. You know, I'm really want to get, so I know how to explain. I'll explain this better, all of this precision adjustments, timing, all of this good stuff. Well, we'll learn, I promise you. And if I got any message to say, just push past those fears, man. If you want to learn how to use these tools, you can do it, and YouTube will help you through the way. I can honestly say that DeWalt won't, you know, they won't do you wrong. They can be more pricey, but you're going to get quality. You get what you pay for. And I'm going to link these, the tools that I can find on Amazon. Now, this is Amazon.ca, so I can't guarantee that my links are going to work for where you're watching from, but I'm going to try, and I truly hope they do. And I'll link these tools that we tried today downstairs in the basement, okay? Downstairs in the basement. And if you do that and do buy a tool through our link, please use the link, because the Amazon algorithm, hamster, it sees all that and it understands, and it'll get a little pellet every time you use one of our links, and then it makes a happy hamster for Wowwy, you know, and Amazon won't boot our butt out. We really want to get an Amazon store one day, so I will do my best to have all those links downstairs. And thank you guys for watching. This has been really fun. Hope we can do more. There is no YouTube without you. And with that, guys, much love. Watch for part 2. The review coming soon.